for the larger properties that are really investment properties, they're valued based on the net operating income. And so, for a really intentional investor who's trying to maximize their property value, what ways have you found to really increase the income side of that equation?
Yeah, well, one is, would you live in this property is one of my main questions I ask investors. I had a gentleman early on in my career that owned an apartment building, and it was an eight two-bedroom building. And he used to paint all his rooms white. And I just would tremble because I'm like, would you live in a white building? And all of a sudden when I said that, he goes, oh, that makes sense. I wouldn't want to live here. Just by painting a neutral color, you're more likely to cover up fingerprints first off. But people feel that warm fuzzies faster than a white building. Keeping up with your appliances and making sure that they work is huge. And then just getting an overall good feeling when you walk into a property. Those are some very basic things. Exterior, making sure it looks nice, that's huge. But you can't always control that if the resident that is currently living there is moving out and they just can't keep up with it. And then other ways that we've talked about, like helping an investor get the most bang for their buck. A lot of properties, for example, in Minneapolis, Minnesota, if it's a multi-family home, the water, sewer, and garbage has to stay in the owner's name. A lot of these buildings only have 1 meter because they're so old. Well, what can we do so that the homeowner doesn't have to pay that? Let's budget it. So we'll market it for the market value, and then we'll sell it to the resident going, hey, great news. You're only going to have to pay 1 bill. You won't have to pay the water, sewer randomly, stuff like this. So we're going to up it $100. We're going to wrap that in. Now you're actually getting $100 more than you actually marketed it for. So those are some creative ways we have gotten to help investors make the most money each month.
Yeah, that's huge. I like what you said about having the owner picture themselves in the property and how would they feel living there. I think that can make a huge difference and really help the owner make their decisions when they're choosing paint colors or any other thing with the property.
One I've learned too is if they think about it as just a number, they're going to get just a number as a tenant. If you think about it as a home for a family, you're going to get a resident that calls it their home. You're going to walk in and it's going to smell like apple pie. They're going to have their kids' toys. You're going to see the little marks on the wall where they watch their kids grow up. That's the kind of resident you want to find. My goal is to find somebody that's there for 5 years, not 5 months.
Want to hear more on this topic? Click the link below for the full episode of Maximizing Your Property Value.